just a surprise out the bag, you know. But I'd probably agree with you there. I reckon Lowland Lions have got this, but it's too early to say. In a way, it's kind of hard to kind of tell by going pre-game. You know, you can kind of have that little guess, but never know. You know, Redlink might just like backflip 360 over the map and just back rape them all the time. You know, anything can happen.
I would pay to watch that, man. I would pay to watch that backflipping and destroying from behind. Sounds good to me.
Breakdancing on COD 4. As I think we're going to go straight into it. I'm not sure.
The knife round, I believe this is going to be for sides,
yeah,
obviously. I'm just going to explain again, because I realise we've probably got quite a lot of viewers who've never played this game and have no idea what it is. This is Call of Duty 4 Pro Mod. And the two teams in question, Lowland Lions and Redlink. Lowland Lions are definitely, in a lot of people's minds, the top 10 of EU, at least. So these two teams, very, very good. And Enzi, who's gonna... I was going to say who's going to win the knife round, of course you don't know that. But if you did win the knife round, this is a question I was trying to ask before I dribbled, which side would you be picking here? Do you think it's more attack-based or defense?
Well, as you know, I completely hate this map and I never want to play it. But if there was a side I was going to pick personally, I'd prefer defense. I really don't know why, I just prefer the side. I haven't actually got any valid reasons why I don't like attack. So it's kind of like, what the hell kind of thing. But I know you're on SMG, Vince, and stuff, so you're probably going to favour this map a lot. Unlike me, I'm a scope, you know, I'm not really going to favour this. But I mean, what side would you be opting for on this?
Well, as you said, Enzi, I mean, SMGing is very good on this map. It's basically like a small box. Obviously, it's a lot more complicated than that, but this map is fairly small, a lot of close-range action, a lot of wall banging, a lot of grenades. SMGs generally perform pretty decent on this. Scopes, as you said before, not quite so much. And the last game that I was casting on between Lowland Lions and Aero, the one I did solo before, Ono actually dropped the scope on both sides and picked up the AK. So that gives you an indication of what he may do this time as well. Redlink actually won the knife round, elected to go defense, but to answer your question you asked me a couple minutes ago now, Enzi, after I went on that tangent, I prefer attack. Because I like to maneuver myself in positions and try and expose the weaknesses. This is the kind of map with SMG you can rush out from it. You can push A, you can push B, you can do whatever the hell you want to do with that SMG, and if you're fast enough you'll get rewarded for your efforts. So I do prefer attack here.
Like you said, very small map indeed, just great opportunities for an SMG. I can see why you've picked attack, definitely. You know, you've got more kind of freedom where you go and that kind of Shazam. But the knife has gone underway, and I think Redlink won it. I believe so.
They did,
anyway.
yeah. Chose
defense.
Yeah.
And we are just waiting for Lowland Lions to ready up. So it shouldn't be long before we go live.
And right off the bat, going to apologise, guys. This is nothing that we can have any control over. Sometimes when you have a kill spec basically means somebody that's on your team doesn't play and can only spec your team. It's not going into spectator and watching the entire game. Sometimes the overlay bugs. The overlay is the information on the left and the right of the screen telling you which players are still alive. Sometimes that will bug. So you may see odd times like all 5 of the team are the same player alive. That's a bug. Very odd bug and confusing, especially to cast on, but all the same, it normally happens when you have a kill spec in.
Yeah, I hate that. They need to get that fixed, really.
Yeah, COD 4 PC for the win, guys. Definitely agree on that one. And if you want to support Call of Duty 4, guys, and give it more exposure, pass this on to your friends, your dog, your grandma, whoever, and just try and get it as many views as possible, because, you know, Call of Duty 4 is far from dead. A lot of people have been saying in recent months, COD 4 is on its last legs. You have 2 10k tournaments coming up, and Helsinki COD Challenge that I should be casting in about 20-25 days, so there's still a lot of activity left in the dog. And in my opinion, COD 4 can definitely get back up to the heights it was a couple of years ago, if not exceed that, and keep on going upwards. So just make sure you give this as much exposure as you can, pass this on to your friends, and hopefully COD 4 will be an FPS to be reckoned with for the next few years.
There's some incredible stuff coming up, you know, the 2 10k tournaments. There's a few lands already been announced for next year, like AEF supposed to be going ahead, all that good stuff. So yeah. I wouldn't say it's even close to being dead at the moment, seeing what we've got to come in recent months and weeks and days and minutes and seconds, so...
I like, I can't remember the name, but I like someone's style. Yes, I'll pass it on to my church, he said.
yeah, guys, yeah, we've got a little bit of time. Just follow the channel. There's a follow button below, I think. I'm not even sure. The top left of the screen, apparently, my stream is saying. So, yeah, if you want to know when we're going live, you know, recent updates, etc., just follow the channel. As we await ready-ups to come in from Lowland Lions. Still.
Apparently, Mini Herm's grandma dropped a 60 bomb versus a Nexus. Now, I literally would pay good money to see that happen. I really would.
What?
Somebody on chat said his grandma dropped a 60 bomb against the Nexus.
Wow, that would be great. I wish my grandma could do that.
Same. Either way, we are ready to go live now, guys. Looking forward to this matchup, Enzi.
Indeed. Would you like to take it away, Vince, or...?
Yes, I will take it away with Mama. He caught my eye there, as he had a great spawn with the SMG, and he's going to go ahead and rush this one. Does just dodge that grenade. Going to get into fast A here as D will drop the first blood of this matchup onto Kozj. Oh no, straight back onto Stubbsy with a grenade of his own. Saying, whatever you can do, Day, I can do just as good. Welly onto a Mama there, pushing down the A stairs with that scope. Oh no, with his second, this time with an SMG. Can only assume he picked that up from Kozj's corpse, because he is normally scope/AK. Or in this case, he's actually picked up the M4. M4 definitely making a resurrection in this game. We've seen a lot of top players picking up that M4. The accuracy is simply incredible. Not much recoil either. And now Chubby is the last remaining player. And scratch that, as Roars will pick up the frag. As Chubby tries to scamper away into bottom mid for Sanctuary. And 1-0 to Redlink, Kenzie. Great start from them.
Indeed it was. Anyway, let's find... follow on to Mama once again. Let's see if he can make something useful with this A site. As he's going to go up to the top A again. And he's going to come into close contact. No, he isn't. Kozj got to get the double onto Mosley and D. And let's follow on to Kozj. Where are you, Koz? He is. Good, as Tubi and Stubbsy are both going to get a kill to their name. The plant doesn't even have to go down, as Lowland Lions just on an absolute steamroll this round. Just a little bit of a reply there. Not going to happen again, and that is going to be 1-1. Very quick round for Lowland Lions.
Sorry, Enzi, I think I'm back. I got a massive lag spike there, dude.
Hello.
Strange. Anyway, take away the action. Apologies, guys. I'm doing what I can on this third world internet. As again, I've switched over to see Mama very aggressively into this A site. Seems to be getting luck with the spawns, or perhaps his strafing and rushing is just all so good. Chubby shuts down Welly. Mama caught a glimpse of a player pushing back to spawn that. Throws the grenade. Trying to counter that. As D picks up one onto Chubby. Looking good from Redlink. You know, they're really going to make a match of this one. We saw Infused take the first round last time against Lion Lions, and it kind of crumbled towards the end. Redlink taking a two-man lead here. And Ono all by his lonesome on A bomb site with the bomb itself. Player to his left can hear Mosley, that will be, or Mosley in basement. So he's going to try and wallbang his way to victory. Froz will get the double frag onto D, and Roars now going to push into A. Can he come to the rescue of his teammate? Pulls the Deagle out. That blinged Eagle with 25 seconds to go. They can't afford to be faffing around. So Ono is going to go for that bomb. Smoke was put down. Froz is going to try and cover his teammate here. But unbeknownst to Froz, Mosley is not moving. Finally gets up. Gets taken down from Froz, 2 versus 1. This was a 4v2 against Lowland Lions. Now looking to pull this one back, and Froz will get his second in a row, his fourth of the round. Absolutely astonishing stuff here from Lowland Lions. Did not see that one coming there, Enzi. Ridiculous.
Pure domination from Froz there. But I have had a request to follow on to Kozj, so let's see what he can do with this SMG. Got a good spawn, like Mama did the last 2 previous rounds. We followed him, and he's got straight into A. He's not wasting any time. He's going to get the first. Will he get the second? No, he won't. Mosley and Welly both coming in with a frag of their own. Will claim the kills onto Kozj and Mama. That's going to go down to a 3v4. Chibi with a glimpse on someone on A girders and one in mid A. And Mosley going to be the guy to finish Chibi off as the bomb is currently in Ono's hands with that M4. Welly with the scope shot, second of the round. Welly with his third with a wallbang. Brilliant play from Welly there, dominating on that top ruin site. And that's going to be 2-2.
Loving this back and forth action here, Enzi. Redlink definitely going to be no pushovers here. Again, Mama gets a ridiculous spawn. This time the grenade's a tiny bit too fast for him, and Stubbsy will pick up that frag onto Mama. He was waiting for the first grenade to land, so they're obviously staggering their grenades into L-bend, stopping those rushes dead in their tracks. And now Ono has a collection of weapons, the M4 and the AK-74U to add to his collection here. Stubbsy back onto Kozj. Chubi shuts down Stubbsy, answering the call of his fallen comrade. And Roars is trying to make something happen in girders. Looks like Lowland Lions is saying, screw A, let's just take this one B, especially as Chubi's just opened this site wide open with that double frag. And he does now reside in top ruins. Ono's pushing through lower ruins itself with that bomb and the SMG, the point man here. But he has support right behind him as they will open up on 1 and 2 as well. Ono's been dropped. Ridiculous action here. And now Froz is in a 1 versus 2 situation he was not expecting to be in. As D with that absolute perfection on the timing, peeking round the laundry wall. He's now camping just outside of laundry, and Roars is coming in with the Bling AK of his own to try and stamp down, lock down this bomb site. Froz is going to open up onto D here, heavily tagging him through the wall. But with 25 seconds to go, all Redlink have to do is camp. Froz is opened up with 1. We'll get the second as well onto Roars. Oh my god, Froz, you absolute beast. And that will be the 3-2 lead now to Lowland Lions. And already, Enzi, we've seen clutches all over the place.
Can't stop the Froz. That was incredible. That was really well played from Froz. I'm not sure what Redlink were doing, but I'm going to pick it up with Redlink this round. I'm going to pick it up with Monty with that SMG. He's gone on to that A site, but I'm going to switch over again because it looks like a B-favoured attack from the Lowland Line side. Raw's going to come in with the AK spray onto Kozj. Going to down him in his tracks. Well, he's going to come into play with the Deagle as well. Mama going to shut down D. And Mama is working his way back up into top ruins as Ono's going to get the headshot onto Raw's. Ono extremely tagged as Monty just going to get the cheeky jump shot there onto the link area with the SMG. Going to spray him down as Froz will get the kill onto Mosley. Froz again onto Welly with the Deagle. And Stubbsy just going to shut Froz down though. He's not going to get his third of the round. When it's now going to be a 1v1. Stubbsy versus Mama. SMG versus SMG. Which one will come out on top? Only time will tell. The bomb is in Mama's hands. And he's going to be looking towards that B site. Is he going to look for the rotate? Stubbsy is actually coming through the mid area. But I think Mama has just heard him. Yes, he has. Going to come around the corner. Missed the spray. Stubbsy's going to get the better of him. Mama did for a second here. Stubbsy come off that step in the mid area, but there wasn't enough. That's going to be 3-3, and like you said, back and forth action. This is what we like to see.
Abso-frickin-lutely, Enzi. This is what we like to see. I also like to see fast rushes on backlot from SMGs, and this is the 4th time I've seen Mama do just that. Stubbsy will pick up the first Mama with a great reaction frag onto Mosley. Does get scoped though from Welly top ruins. Nice R700 headshot there from the Redlink player. Chubi is going to try and pick him up, but no luck as of yet. Needs to be careful. There is a player scurrying behind him. He's going to meet up with him any second. Now that would have been D, but Froz was there to support his teammate of Chubi and actually saved his life, you have to feel that. So it's gone back to a 3 versus 3 situation now. And just look how disciplined Lowland Lions are. The only problem that could occur here is that Ono might get shut down, but Chubi with a great support work. It's the second onto Stubbsy as well, showing just why he's picked up that AK-47 and he doesn't stick with the SMG. Great action there from Chubi. I thought for a second Ono was incredibly vulnerable, but I didn't realise Chubi had his eagle eye locked on front A site, and Welly will reply from red containers onto Chubi. Has also spotted Ono on top A. He's trying the flick shots here. Very nearly landed it. 20 seconds to go. The bomb is planted in a precarious position for Ono to defend here, especially with smoke down, but he will pick up the SMG frag onto Welly in the head. 4-3 the scoreline. Well played, Ono.
He didn't let the smoke distract him. Got the better of Welly there. Going to actually pick it up with Welly. Currently the top fragger for Redlink. He's actually got the scope as well. We were talking before this game Many scopes do drop to an AK because they don't feel that this is the best map for it. Willie obviously thinks differently, and D going to come in with the AK onto Tubi. Mama with an SMG as well. Mosley goes down. So it's going to go all even again at 4v4 as the bomb's going down from Ono. Willie going to look for the sniper shot onto top A. Missed 3 shots in a row. He's got to get the 4th though. As long as he gets that done, it really doesn't matter as he will claim the kill onto Mama. Gonna leave Lowland Lions with just 3 remaining. Redlink with 4. The bomb is down though. D gonna make it only 2, but Kosjay's gonna bring one back for Lowland Lions as stops. He's gonna go down. Kosjay now down as well. So Ono has it all to do with that AK. 1v3. Gonna get the first. Gonna get the second. Willie. He's gonna look for the wallbang. Rawls is gonna kill his own teammate. And there's sprays coming in from everywhere. And Ono is gonna get the 1v3. And that was incredible play once again from Ono. Ono left in a clutch situation again. He's just too good. He's just gonna clutch it once again. It's just playground stuff for Ono, really, isn't it?
You know, Ono's so good, he scares the enemy into team killing each other. He makes them shoot each other through panic. That's just how good Ono is. That's the mark of a truly great player. He can turn the opposition against one another. As we are going to move on here into the 9th round. All hell has broken loose. Redlink I was about to say the man advantage, but Chibi has just pulled that advantage back as my microphone tries to eat itself. Apologies for that noise. And now Redlink find themselves a player. Back ahead again, make that 2 as Ross picks up the second, trying to make amends for that fail last round. And now Kosjay is your last remaining player in a 1 versus 3 situation, coming under heavy fire. Has the bombs, the only thing working in his favour at the moment. Of course, he has the SMG and AK. Flashes came in, preemptively shooting through the front A walls. And there's Roars with his 3rd frag of the round. Great play there from Redlink. Keeping their head, it would have been easy after losing that 1v3 clutch to kind of get a bit emo and push the self-destruct button, but coming back in the best way you possibly can with a comfortable round win.
As I am going to follow on to Froz, did have the best spawn possible on backlot. He's going to wake his way into the mid-house. Stopsy with a grenade, going to shut down Kosjay on the way to A. Maybe even B, because it looks like a complete split here as Froz is going to claim the kill onto Roars, who was on top A. Wasn't able to scamper away though, as Mama's going to finish off Welly at that top ruins area, as Mama is going to progress through the ruins. As Ono with the Deagle. Mosley now down, SMG down for Redlink. And they sense A is clear, and indeed it is. He's going to get the bomb plant comfortably. D and Stubbsy still remain. It's in a 2v4 situation. Mama going to make it 1v4 as Stubbsy will go down. D has been spotted and tagged. If you're not careful, Mama's going to claim the kill with the Deagle. But D's going to reply back. He knows there's one top mid. Going to look for the kill. Not going to peek anytime soon though. One on A girders just spraying through the little gap. He's going to actually get the kill onto Froz. I'm not sure what Froz is doing peeking. But they've got 2 on A girders. They've got it all locked down. As D, I don't think has a chance in hell of getting this one, as Lowland Lions sense they just need to sit in now. But D is just going to jump around the corner. Maybe get the kill. No. Ono's just playing with him, but D's going to claim the kill. As Ono's going to get down, but it's not going to be enough as Chibi will come in with their kill to finish it off. 6-4 is your scoreline. And Lowland Lions that round.
Yeah, and Ono nearly pulled off an absolutely sexual flick shot there, as D was in mid-air. Kind of unfortunate, because he did tag him but didn't frag, which of course is the important part of that sentence. But Mama has just been taken down from an early grenade from Welly, this time pushing on B. Normally he does prefer that A site. Chubi will reply though, onto Mosley. And now peering across the top of ruins. Needs to be careful though, because there is a scope situated up there as D has been dropped from Froz. Welly now going to jump on the glitch. Peeking across, needs to be careful. I was about to say because Froz is lurking, but Stubbsy did just silence and deny that push there from Froz. And again Redlink trying to pull around back. 6-4 behind. And Stubbsy with the double. Ono has been shut down from Welly, who is still in the same position. And now you've got Chubi by himself. He is on the A-bomb site going for the fast plant, but will get scoped down from Welly. Great stuff there through the smoke and the wall. 6-5 the scoreline. And if Redlink can pull this round back, NC, I think they'll be really happy with this start.
Indeed. Personally, I did not expect this. I really thought Lowland Lions were just going to absolutely rape faces and attack, because we all know how aggressive they are. But Redlink have done a perfect job of just stopping them in their tracks. But it looks like Lowland Lions are on more than a rush this time, as they're all around the A site. The shotgun coming in from Chubi D, going to shut him down though, as they are in the A site though. Mama, Welly and Ono all chiming in with frags of their own. So it's going to be a 3v2. Welly and Stubbsy against Ono, Froz, and Kozjay. Froz going to shut down Stubbsy. 1v3. Welly remains with the scope. Well, he's kind of dead now as it's going to be 7-5 up to Froz. Will get the kill. And very exciting game at the moment, I must say, Vince.
Yeah, he's kind of dead now, copyright Enzy. It can put a dampener on things, can't it? Yeah, but I still think, I said that 6-6, I think Redlink would have been happy, but even still, 7-5 behind, I think I'll be relatively happy with that. Obviously, just the 2 rounds behind at the moment. Having said that, though, if you look back in the history books, last match we casted on, it was 7-5 against Infused for Online, and they absolutely dominated FaZe on the defense. Now they find themselves on the defense in a 7-5 situation, and who's to bet it's not going to happen again and we're going to have a repeat?
Indeed. You never know with football.
But the one thing is for sure, grenades and SMGs are going to be fundamental to both teams here. Froz is lining up a grenade here, and the smoke as well. It looks like a B push for Redlink. 4 players pushing this B site. Still an MG house. Now I'm going to start to try and break free. There is going to be a player coming into mid. That was Kozjay, who could have been in the absolute money there. But Mosley has taken down Kozjay and Tubi with the SMG. And as Kozjay says, get smoke, creep. Fair enough. Feels that was a bit dodgy, perhaps. And Welly has replied back onto Mama. So Redlink trying to take this into their own hands. Getting this bomb down. They've actually double smoked the A-bomb. And they are going for that fast plant. Well, he has got that bomb down. Kozjay and Ono, last 2 remaining low landline players. Stubbsy's actually timed out, so this is a 3 versus 2. Make that a 3v1 as well. He will pick up that frag onto Froz. Now just Ono has the AK. I say just Ono, but this guy's been on absolute fire the last few weeks. Picking up frags all over the place, albeit with a scope. And he's not going to make anything happen this time, as Roars will get the frag onto Ono, and the timeout will be called because Stubbsy did DC just previously. So this gives us a little bit of a chance, Senzi, to kind of catch up on what's happened so far. For you, who's been the stand-up player?
I really think Froz has, again, because I've seen him pull off a couple of really important clutches, and he's even got a 4-man as well, and he's just been playing really well, backing up his team perfectly, getting the range you want from an AK, and even going aggressive when needed. I think he's playing absolutely superbly. Froz is probably the guy I'm going to say, but what about you, Vince?
I'm not entirely sure, because obviously Froz is top fragging for his team, but Welly with that scope has been an absolute revelation in Top Ruins. You know, he's been in the same kind of positions every round, and he's still got 16 frags and 8 deaths. And for me, he's definitely one of those kind of players that has turned it on for his team, and he's keeping his team in this matchup at the moment. But if you have a look, no one is completely underperforming on either team at the moment. No one is on like the 1-for-7, 1-for-8 scoreline. Everyone's kind of chiming in and carrying their own weight. So this is, you know, obviously in the scoreline 7-6, it shows how close this matchup is. It's been back and forth throughout here.
Do you think Lowland Lions are just gonna kind of just storm ahead now, or do you think Redlink are just gonna keep up, or do you think Redlink can even just pull ahead and Lowland Lions keep up? It's really hard to say because it's been actually really even so far.
Well, it's still early days in this half, but you know, I thought for a second the Lowland Lions going to stamp down their authority on defense, and Redlink won the round. So from that basis, you'd have to say Redlink definitely aren't going to kind of turn over and let Lowland Lions stamp on them. So from that basis, I would assume this is going to be quite a close one. But remember, guys, this is first to 25 rounds. It is a clan-based matchup. In the Eurocup, is it, NZ?
Yeah, I think it's the ClanBase Eurocup or something like that, what they were saying before the game.
So it's first to 25 rounds. It's not your normal best of 1, best of 3 format. They'll play both maps. Backlot will be played until its conclusion, regardless of the score. And then the first team to reach that 25 round mark will win this matchup. And that's how it's going to go. As we're actually still waiting for Stubbsy to go ahead and reconnect here. Apologies for the wait, guys. If you want to visit us at Chaos TV, it's www.chaostv.nl. Or alternatively, you can like or favourite this stream so you get up to date on any future casts that me and Enzi or any other Chaos TV cast that will be bringing you. Is there anything you want to shout out, Enzy?
You've said it already, but again, I'm going to say I think you guys should check out Metis' YouTube channel. It's /MetisTV at the end of YouTube.com. I just think Metis deserves more viewers, more supporters for his YouTube stuff.
I appreciate it, dude, and appreciate anyone who does go ahead and do that. But of course, don't feel pressured, guys. But yeah, you are with us for Call of Duty 4 Pro Mod. And so far, this has been a cracking matchup, I'd say. You know, Enzy, off the basis of how it started, this has been the best game to cast on so far. It's definitely been the closest matchup.
Indeed, the closest, definitely. Just, this waiting really annoys me, man. That's just the bad thing about casting, you know, just all the wait. I actually think 70% of it is actually wait, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously with it being internets and PCs and such, you're always going to have technical difficulties, and when that happens it can be pretty frustrating, but that's kind of part and parcel of online gaming, isn't it? My PC always seems to crash and break, so I can't really hold it against Stubbsy if his has done the same, although it is quite frustrating, obviously for the viewers as well, wondering why we're not casting on the game or why nothing's happening. We are waiting for the 5th Redlink player to reconnect. He did time out previously, and that's why we're in this ready up period, because they did call a timeout. But they only have 45 seconds to go, though.
You need a new PC, Vince.
I do need a new PC. Perhaps Stubbsy does too, on your internet.
Indeed. And Lowland Lions fairly saying that they will time out as well, because which is nice to see. Probably see a lot of teams just be like, no, GTFO, your fault. It is their fault, but you know, it's nice to see, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's sportsmanship. They're not obligated to call a timeout. They don't have to. It's not their problem, as you said before, NZ. But a lot of teams at this level that know each other and obviously want to win fairly will just call a timeout. But obviously, if Stubbsy is still DC'd for the next 5 minutes, and Lowland Lions pause kind of comes and goes, then they're actually going to have to carry on with this matchup. And very kindly, Lowland Lions have called the timeout. But who do you think this timeout and this kind of prolonged period of inactivity suits, Enzy? Do you think it's going to give Redlink an idea of kind of trying and strat some ideas to push the bomb sites on attack? Or do you think after that first round win, Lowland Lions are now going to think, well, how did they push us and how can we adapt to that situation?
It really depends. I really don't know what these teams are like, you know, in TS and stuff. You know, they could possibly be doing that, but another side of it, they could be very frustrated about this, like, kind of wait. You know, like, I know a lot of people who are very impatient and they get really annoyed with this kind of stuff, and it can affect their playstyle, you know? So, I really don't know. But it is possible that they could be, you know, discussing some kind of things, you know, where are we going wrong? Where can we really kind of take advantage of a situation, you know? So, I guess it's just kind of a wait-and-see thing. But if you're in a team, Vince, you're against, I don't know, Lowland Lions, you're at the score line at the moment. Would you probably be at this time, if one of your players timed out, you'd be discussing, you know, what can we really do just to push ahead?
To be honest, it wouldn't get to that position, because at 7-6 it would already have been 13-0 to Lowland Lions against my team. We would have just been brutally murdered. But if we did somehow get to this position, I think I'd just go and take a couple minutes and, you know, go outside and have a few breaths of fresh air and just try and relax and chill out a bit, get a drink, get a bite to eat, whatever, and try and get away from the PC, because I think if you sit at the PC for these 5 or 10 minutes, you do start to get frustrated, you do start to wonder about other things, you lose your focus, you lose your concentration, so just get away for a few minutes and then, you know, try and relax and then come back a bit stronger. And our streamer just mentioned if we could say again, if you enjoy what you're seeing and you want to see more of it in the future, please follow the stream, and you will be kept up to date with any future casts myself and Enzy or any of the other Chaos TV boys bring you in the near future. But at the moment, Enzy, we just have to play the waiting game, which is frustrating, but our hands are tied because Stubbsy apparently has some really serious issues. Normally a player will DC and come straight back within the next 20-30 seconds, but obviously we've already been waiting the best part of 7 or 8 minutes for Stubbsy to reconnect, so I can only assume this is a serious problem with his internet or PC at the moment.
Something you wouldn't want to really happen at this kind of time.
Yeah, I mean, I would hate if this game actually continues on 4v5.
Yeah.
That would be a terrible, terrible way to finish this matchup. But, you know, Lowland Lions have done all they can. They call a timeout for Redlink. And, of course, Redlink have already used their timeout. So, really, it's now just on Stubbsy to go ahead and reconnect. I have no idea about the rules of ClanBase Eurocup, actually, if they can bring a Merc in. I assume it's kind of set teams and lineups, so I don't think you could bring a Merc in.
I'm not sure. Depends. Do they use T-Zac for this stuff? I really not updated with this clan-based situation thingy.
I don't know. I haven't played ClanBase in a long, long time, man. Maybe not even since COD 2 properly. So I'm definitely out of touch with the rules and regulations on how it works. But obviously they will have a demo team in place and you have to record and all that kind of good stuff. But it's not looking good at the moment for Redlink because Mosley said before this is a bad situation in all chat. A couple of people in the chat on the stream on Twitch have asked why we don't actually enable the chat, and the reason for that is cursing, it's for racism, you sometimes get, you know, the odd F-bomb or whatever thrown at you, and it's just kind of to not be actively showing that on stream, because at the end of the day, no one really wants to see that.
Some people do, but...
Well, yeah, some people want to have a good giggle about it, but, you know, it's not something that's great to see. Yeah, it's unprofessional, and you want to try and keep the top teams as professional as you possibly can, especially if you want to promote the game at the end of the day, which is what we want to do. And this is looking like it's destined for a 4v5 matchup, Anzu. Really disappointed.
Joining.
But he has
doesn't look like the fifth, though.
Nipazki.
Stubbsy
has morphed into Nipazki. Sounds a mixture between Polish and Italian. It's weird.
Maybe it's just a Merc gonna use his name. No, it's an actual Merc.
Well, again, this could be completely legit, guys. Perhaps it's one of their subs. They waited as long as they could for Stubbsy, and then they said, look, guys, he's not coming back. Let's get our sub in. Who knows? Either way, 7-6 a scoreline, NZ. And would you like to take it away, dude?
Sure, why not? I am actually going to pick it up from the spawn with Nipazki. He's actually got the best spawn possible, and he is going to get into the A site. No problem whatsoever, and he's in the A site before any of the Lowland Lions players from the defense side, and he's got to capitalise on that. And as Chibi will go down, same with Kozj, and he's just stormed right in there. Mama with the SMG. Nipazki going to be looking for his third. And retrieve the bomb, look for the little wallbang. Mama with his second onto Mosley. Nipazki has retrieved the bomb. Does see the head of Mama poking out from that doorway. D will get the kill onto Mama. Nipazki sees someone on the horizon. Froz is even closer. Froz is going to get stopped in his tracks as Roz is going to pick up the AK frag, make it in a 1v2. On it remains. Going to tag up D. One's to his left. Here's him drop. And he's going to get the first kill out of two. The plant is going down from D. Ono has to make a move. As D has actually got tagged up extremely heavy. What the hell? I don't even think Ono knows he did that.
Could you imagine if he landed that frag, NZ? Oh my god.
I'd have been like, what? I would have probably disconnected, got my fluffy socks on and went to bed.
I think I'd have had a nerdgasm. I'd have just been sat here shaking for the next 5 minutes. Yeah, a nerdgasm. That would have been the most ridiculous wallbang I've seen since Aerox's frag. The MIW versus, I can't even remember who they're against, but it was actually on backlot as well. He scoped him through a burning tank fence. He didn't even know he was there. And that was a nerdgasm moment. And Ono nearly added to that tally. Either way, it's the next round. I'm going to call him Nipper because Nipazki doesn't really roll off the tongue. And he has picked up one onto Mama. Kozj, Roz, Ono, and Froz have all been dropped here. And Chubi now in a 1 versus 4 out of hell. And the bomb is going down on B from Welly. Odd stacked against Chubi here. And even further yet as he has been put 6 foot under from Mosley's Deagle. And Redlink actually have gone from being around behind to around ahead. Perhaps Nipper is going to be a super sub here as he's on 4 for 1 already.
I think he's been very crucial. Just in 2 rounds, he's got 4 kills. First round, he really opened up the A site, got 2 kills in there. And let's see what he's going to do now, as he is currently made his way into mid. Ono and Mama with a frag each. Mosley and Welly down. Raw's coming in with the AK. Mama down as well. Mama not going to get his second of the round. D heavily tagged. Got a regen though. Raw's now tagged as well. Like a tagging fest. As everything has gone quiet. Redlink haven't actually got the bomb. Chibi with the AK. Onto Napaski, and Raw's is just going to go for the random wallbang onto Chibi. Obviously knew it was there. As Froz is going to reply onto D. Ono now down. Leaving two Lowland Lions players, which is going to be Froz and CosJ. Ignore the pro mod. It's bugging once again. As Raw's has seen a glimpse of the SMG on top A, which is CosJ. Is going to retreat down to the bottom. Raw's has actually got that B site wide open, but Froz is going to be there to claim the kill. And that will be 8-all.
Absolutely. Oh, Overlay, you so crazy. Always bugging. CosJ, there's 2 CosJs in the field now, guys. Lowland Lions have now morphed into 3 SMGs. Be wary. Or not. Anyway, Froz is pushing the lower tin. Switch over, not much is happening here as CosJ and Mama, both the SMGs, absolutely ripping through Redlink. Juvie has been dropped, however, from Mosley. Mosley then in turn gets dropped from CosJ. And they do take the 4-2 man advantage here in this round. This is the 17th round of the matchup, remember, first to 25 wins, not your normal orthodox best of 3 format here. Welly coming under heavy fire. He's going to live to fight another day. Still in bottom A, giving his position away. Apparently Stubbsy is now back, so you can expect that substitution again very shortly. Welly will go on to CosJ. Ono back onto D, and I'm not sure that maybe Nipper leaving is a great idea, because he seems to be performing really well for Redlink at the moment as well. He's coming under heavy fire, and he will get the return frag onto Ono there, while tagged up, while his screen was just flashing red all over the place. And he's now dropping to bottom A, but made all kinds of noises, his feet cratered on the floor. Trying the wall bang into basement, turns around, does get the frag actually onto Froz. Had no right to pull that one off. Thought Froz had that all day long. And now it's a 1 versus 1 situation. Well, he could be pulling off this 1v3.
Explosives planted.
Bomb is down. Mama against Welly. SMG on SMG here. Welly also has a scope, but Mama's just too fast for the SMG. Do not try and pick Mama to pieces of the SMG in that SMG versus SMG battle, because the guy will decimate you and get the defuse on your corpse and brings us to 9-8. So we had the lead shift from Lowland Lions to Redlink, and now back to Lowland Lions again. Weird.
Nothing will separate these teams at the moment. But the substitute has come back, so Stubbsy is currently rejoining the server, of course. Napaski is going to play this round out. Let's just catch him on his last round for this Redlink side in this game, as it looks like they are making their way into this A site with the bomb. Mosley going to shut down Chibi from getting into A. Raw's going to come in with an AK spray as well onto Mama, leaving 3 Lowland Lions players left standing. The fake's going to come in from Redlink. Mosley with the SMG. CosJ now down. And A is completely clear and completely open for Redlink to take advantage and get that plant. As Frozen Ono left standing for Lowland Lions. What we saw yesterday, the combo that decimated, isn't to be at the moment, as Froz on the verge, should I say, of death. We have seen him pull off 1v3s before, and he's more than capable of doing it again. He's tagged from the left, from jump shots coming in from Raw's, as Raw's will finish him off with the headshot, with the little jump, and that will go to 9-9 as Nip will leave the server and Stubbs will replace him.
Apologies to the viewers, I was just watching the stream then because someone said, is the stream off? And in the middle of that 1v3 that Welly nearly won, the stream actually went offline and then came back as Mama was like winning it. So yeah, Welly nearly pulled that one off, guys, and he has opened up here with a +10 with the grenade onto Ono and Mama. Mosley back onto CosJ. Again, Redlink trying to ascertain that lead. And Mosley knows there's a player around. He can almost smell the fear of the Lowland Lions players. Who is that player going to be? It will be Chubi, and in fact, Mosley walks straight past him. Chubi now has an open opportunity to take down the bomb planter of Welly. Another Redlink player has gone to the B site. Is he going to get his third? Pulls out the Deagle, will get shut down from D. For a second now, I thought Chubi was going to do the impossible. And now, CosJ, in fact it's Froz, ignore the overlay. Froz has a 1 versus 3, there's actually a player above him, as he heavily tags up Stubbsy. Needs to be careful because D may try the silent drop into mid-house. Or is he going to wait for Froz to drop out of mid-house itself? Froz is on the canopy, jumping down, and D from top of mid will shut him out. And 10-9 now the scoreline, but Tubi nearly NZ. To repeat the phrase used before, nearly gave me a nerdgasm because those 2 frags were sick. One of them was through smoke, and the other one was just basically him camping there, laying in wait.
Sounds like the perfect description for a nerdgasm right there, Vince.
Yes,
As,
yes it was.
Welly will just come off with a double frag, a nade and a scope kill to start it off, and his third onto Mama, that's his third. Welly coming off huge for Redlink so far. Let's see what Welly can do. He's getting the plant down at the moment. CosJ and Ono left standing. The plant will go down with ease. He's going to get his 4th. Are we going to see an ace? I think it will be an ace. Why not? Well, it won't now anyway. I think my my kill feed glitched a bit.
No, Stubbsy got the frag. Welly actually got a team kill onto D there.
Oh,
so it looked like Welly had picked up 4 frags, but actually one of them was his teammate.
This is why I need to go to Specsavers.
No, it's understandable. All hell broke loose that round, actually. And Welly has moved on to 24 kills with 12 deaths. As I said before, definitely the player to watch for Redlink, as he fails the glitch jump. In fact, that wasn't Welly. Completely mixed the 2 players up there. That will, in fact, be Ono, who's now pushed top of Ruins. Gets taken down from Stubbsy. 3v2 against Lowland Lines, and we could be seeing a bit of an upset if Redlink can go ahead and get more rounds on this map. Although we did say before, Redlink are more than capable of pulling this one out. So let's just see how one plays out. As 11-9 is the scoreline, 2 versus 2 situation. Bomb is down from Welly, now going to push into Laundry. And while this man is alive, the talisman for Redlink. You never know what's going to happen. Tries the quick shot there onto Tubi, gets it through the wall. Oh my god, nearly gets the second onto Froz, but Froz's aim was pixel perfect there. And he's now going to push towards the bomb. As CosJ says, sit down. And Froz will comfortably get this defuse to bring it back to an 11-10. But Enzi, if Welly had pulled off that wallbang and then got the flick shot on Froz, I would have needed to have left the room for a while. If you know what I'm saying.
Nerdgasm?
More than just that.
Oh god. You mean serious business when it's more than a nerdgasm. But my COD has completely froze, Vince, so if you could take away the next round, that'd be cool.
Will do. Let's have a look-see. As for some reason my COD always lags at the start of rounds, so I'm going to try and get this back. There, finally back in. Apologies for that strange delay there. No players have fallen early on, which is quite strange for Backlot. Having said that, Frost has opened up here onto Stubbsy. And now Roars in Link is going to try and make something happen for his team. There is going to be CosJ waiting on the window arch ledgeway. Has seen a player pushing in here, comes under heavy fire, gets tagged multiple times, very lucky to escape with his life. There is going to be a player pushing the envelope at front of A. Chibi will take down Mosley, who was the player in bottom A. Remember, back onto D. Lowland Lions making a resurrection here. Bringing this one back, hopefully, to an 11-11 scoreline as Roars will open up onto Tubi. Instantly taken down from CosJ. And now Welly is in a 1v4 situation on the form he's on at the moment. This is doable. This is very doable as he gets a brilliant jumping no-scope onto Ono, but Froz is there with the support fire. And that will be an 11-11 scoreline, Enzi, and I think you're back in the game. Welcome back.
I'm back, and I'm ready for action. Sorry, I've always wanted to do that. Anyway, I'm going to pick it up with Frost here with that AK. Golden AK, gleaming in the... beaming in the sunlight, should I say. Stubbsy's going to get the SMG frag onto CosJ. So he's going to come in as well with a spray. Ono with the headshot onto Roars. And Redlink so fast into this A side. Is Ono going to pick up another kill onto Mosley with that AK? Ono will pick up the SMG, going to make his way into top 8. The stairs he goes, slow but steady. One is actually below him. He's actually missed his head. I think one of his teammates probably called he was there. That is Ono's third of the round, ladies and gentlemen. Will he get his fourth? Yes, he will. Ono with his fourth. Is he going to see the ace? No, Mama's there, and he's going to get the kill instead. But beautiful play from Ono with the little 4-man there, and that's going to be 12-11. and it's either going to go to a draw or a win. And actually, before this game, Vince, we were both saying, I don't think this is going to be a draw. We can possibly see a draw right now.
Yeah, we could. We could see the 24-24 coming out. But we are only just under halfway there at 12-11. It's notable to say, actually, Lowland Lions have made a pretty sick comeback. They were 11-9 down at one stage. They've won the next 3 on a trot. And worst case scenario, they go into the second map all even, as Mosley has just shut down Mama. Truby already bit the dust previously. Frost has been added to the collection. Stubbsy did see a player in girders. I think it's going to be Kozjay coming into heavy fire. Stubbsy finally finishes him off. Now it's Ono. Ono picks up 1. But he's going to have to go 4 better. Connect the dots here to pull off this clutch. And he has heavily tagged up Welly. Finally picks off the frag onto Welly. I'm not sure why you're trying to peek Ono, as he's pre-firing that. Spot firing into girders. When you start peeking a player of Ono's caliber, you're basically just ever so slowly gifting him the round. But D, smart play, camping on top of A, and that will be the 12-12 scoreline going into the second map, which will, of course, NZ, be MP Strike.
Absolutely, guys. And we are just going to quickly go for a little break, so we can quickly go get a drink, maybe go to the toilet or something, and we'll be right back in about 2 or 4 minutes, so don't go anywhere, and we will see you very shortly for map number 2.
Yes, stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back.
Hello?
Get it done. You are all that's left.
I think Lee's just gone offline. Okay, tell me when we're going live. Oh. Hi, guys. Well, sorry, guys, I didn't think we were live. Metis, are you there? Alright, so Metis has probably just gone for a drink or something, as Kozjay is gonna claim the first kill of this map onto Raw's. The bomb is in D's hands. Stubbsy with the SMG gonna finish Kozjay off. Froz's gonna come into action as well. Ono with the Deagle, making it a 2v4. Make that a 1v4. Well, he's got it all to do here with that AK and scope in cafe area. Has got to retrieve the bomb. Doesn't look very promising. He's going to jump across, look for a little peek at the bins area. Does hear one fishing in, but Ono's going to get the better of him. Going to get the headshot onto Welly. And Metis, are you back yet? No, Metis is not back. So I will go ahead and take the second round. Okay, let's pick it up with Welly. And with that scope for Redlink. Just going to throw the start nade out onto the bins area. Stubbs, are you going to get the first kill of this round onto Kozjay? Well, he's just going to jump across the street, skip around. If you're going to get the Deagle onto Stubbsy, shut him down after the first kill. Raw's going to come into action onto Tubi. Froz with the headshot. Raw's with a kill again onto Froz, and Ono with the scope as Mosley comes in to play as well. Mosley and Raw's left standing against Mama. Ignore the pro mod, it bugs once again. As Raw's, I do believe, knows he's there. He's going to get flashed though, and he's going to get the better of Mama. Got to finish that one off. As I'm not sure if Metis is there,
back,
but
dude. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I am back.
Sorry, I didn't realise we were going live straight away either.
Yeah, me neither. I was kind of okay. It seems to be 1-1. What's going on here then?
I went for a PP, but yeah, take it away.
Strangely enough, NZ, it's actually pretty much came down to a best of one. You know, 12-12 first map. It's first to 13 pretty much wins this now, which is interesting when you kind of put it that way. But either way, 3 versus 3 in this map on this round 2, as D is going to go for that fast plant. Foz got 2 frags, has been taken down though. Not going to participate anymore in this round. Ono has just seen a player on the garage wall. Will be Mosley once again, picking up his 2nd in a row. Last remaining player is Mama. Picks up one onto Mosley. However, bomb is down with 30 seconds to go. Has a bomb to defuse and 2 players to kill. 25 seconds. You can see by his movement there is a sense of urgency behind Mama's play. He knows he has to commit now. He does try opening up onto Stubbsy, but misses every single bullet there. Comfortable fragging in for Stubbsy, and a comfortable round for Team Redlink as they move 2-1 ahead. Overall, that would be 14-13.
Lee, I think you need to down the quality again, man, because everyone is getting lag, man. Okay, I've just been told the Twitch quality selection is down at the moment, so that's probably why you experience lag. Try bear with us, hopefully Twitch will fix it very shortly. But anyway, as I've been talking, it is currently 2-1 on the scoreboard, and 3v3 in the gaming environment, as Ono is going to get the scope kill onto Raws to make it a 2v3. Low land lines with a player ahead, make that 2 players ahead, as Ono's going to make it even more of an advantage. Ono just sees him on overlook as he's going to get the 3rd of the round. Misses the 1st shot. Is he going to get the lucky number 2? Look for the wallbang. Going to try and get him running away. It's not going to happen though. Then with the wallbang, D's already in bottom. He's already in underlook. Sorry. Has got the bomb. 3 Lowland Lions players. And I'm going to look for the scope shot, but Tubi's going to get it instead. That's going to be 2-2 going into the 5th round.
Absolutely. And my PC has gone into derp mode again as I just got DC'd, and the apologies for this, dude. I'm going to try and reconnect now.
I shall wait for you then.
How very noble and kind of you, Sir Enzi. And joining back, the first player actually switched to was Mama, and have a look where he is, behind Flowers. And of course he is on the defense side, misses an absolute flurry of bullets, finally picks up the kill onto Stubbsy. Thought he blew his opportunity there, but Raws will come straight back with the kill onto Mama. If Mama had managed to pick up that frag on the first time of asking, who knows, he could have got the 2nd as well onto Raws, because he had run out of bullets by the time Raws peeked around that corner. And Kozj back onto Mosley in the meantime. Lowland Lines, a player to the good here. Still all even. 14-14, the overline scoreline. If you did miss the first map, it was backlot, went 12-12. Kozj with his 2nd frag, this time into Calf on Welly, who is the recipient of an absolute battering there. And Chubi makes short work of D. You have the last remaining player in the form of Raws, and it's not going to last long as Chubi gets his 2nd. The CNC combo going massive this round, and Lowland Lines once again slowly edge ahead.
I've just received word that the Twitch quality selection's back, so apologies for that, guys. That wasn't our end, that was Twitch's fault, so hopefully it didn't cause too much of a pain. Apologies for that. Yeah, as we were saying, Vince, it's so close at the moment. It's just tit for tat action as Froz is going to come in with a headshot onto Mosley. Stubbsy with the SMG. D going to get a kill of his own onto Kozj as well. As currently following Stubbsy for Redlink. SMG already in the A site. Ono with the Deagle onto Raws. The bomb's going to be going down on A any second now. The plant should surely go down here at will from Welly. The successful plant, and all Redlink need to do now is wait LL out. As Mama is going to come from Calf. Oh, he didn't actually get the kill. Tubi got the kill onto D. Did have a big part in that though. Welly going to get the headshot. Mama with the SMG. Even Welly remaining in 1v2 situation. He's got a scope though and a deagle. And Tubi's just going to pop round the corner. You get the kill. Their round. It's 4-2. And a 2-round lead in quite a long while, Vince.
Explosives diffused.
Yeah, I mean, it just shows how close this matchup has been. We haven't really seen these leads propping up too much, have we? And the Triple L threat has managed to gain the 2-round lead, and it's going to be interesting to see how Redlink retaliate here and retort back on as I'm following Stubbsy, rushing straight down the street into A. Nearly gets team-naded there. They were going for the fast car explosion so they could get into A without any troubles or problems. And now Stubbsy has pushed past Garage. There are 2 players to his right around the B shop mid area, and now one of which will be Ono, who picks up that kill into Stubbsy. Completely caught with his pants down. Ono again, this time onto Roars. Great stuff from him. Another player will be to his right on statue. Is he going to pick up the frag? So unfortunately for him, he looks to the right in front A just as Mosley jumps around that corner and does pick up the frag onto the Scot. Now in a 3 versus 2. Got Mama, Kozj. In fact, it's Mama, Froz, and Chubi. Ignore overlay. Chubi is on the magic wall. Baskets, he has now taken down the player of Mosley. Froz has been shut down in retaliation. Chubi tries the frag, but he's run out of bullets with both the SMG and the AK-47. An easy frag on the platter for him there. Unfortunately, he just had no ammo left. Finally picked up that kill onto Welly. I'm not sure if you saw that, Enzi, but for just a second I could hear the circus music going off. As Chubi has said, 1 bullet each weapon, mama moment.
Chubi's a real man. He likes to do it the hard way.
Yeah,
no, easy way to stop
a challenge.
That. Anyway, I'm going to pick it up with Mosley. Going to be the leading SMG onto this B site. Stubbsy with the grenade. Going to shut down Kozj. Mosley going to drop down to bottom flower. One is to his left. I think that would be an AK. Not sure who. Decided not to get. It's actually mid-shops, I think. As Welly will get the scope frag onto Chubi. Slow B coming out here from Redlink. Actually, who is that? Yeah, it was actually Mama. He was camping in the link area. Did see someone cross to flower, but decided not to give away his position. Was going to wait and see if 3 more came out. Didn't happen. East got 1. Frod's going to come in with a kill of his own onto Mosley. Welly going to get tagged in retaliation. They're going to look for the rotate to A. The bomb is on the A side. There's no lowland lines players on the A site. Successful distraction is successful. As the smoke's going to come out anyway. Raw sees a glimpse of the scope on top flower. Surely isn't going to peek him there. That will be Ono. Just going to wait for him to peek out and get the kill. It's not going to happen though, as Mum's going to get on that car. Going to get the first kill. See someone around the taps area. Ono with a tag. I have flown onto Mama. Made his way into Calf, looking around for that SMG who was around bins. Welly with a grenade onto Froz. That Welly will then get shut down from Ono. They both know where he is. He is on taps. Mama and Ono will be looking for that kill. And there it is, as Mum is just there with a little peek. Little turtle head peeking over the wall. That's going to bring this to a 6-2 in lowland lines. Edging ahead even more than...
Yeah, and if memory serves me correctly, I think this is the first time we've seen a 4-round lead open up here, NZ. I'm sure there's going to be eager people prove me wrong if that was in fact a completely wrong statement, but I do not remember a 4-round lead opening up between these two so far in this matchup. So just goes to show, Lowland Line starting to up their game here. Redlink feeling the heat. Welly though is going to reply in the only way he knows how to, and that's with frags all over the place. Mosley does come in with 2 of his own. Chubi and Frost both dropped to their knees. Aggression with the SMG, always a good thing, especially on strike. Ono with a beautiful shot onto D there. It's actually following D. He jumped across statue, and Ono gets his second onto Welly as well. All I saw there from D's perspective is he was derping around statue, jumps, and then boom, you're dead. You wonder what the hell just happened.
Let's actually take it away with Ono this round. Let's see what he can do. He's actually gone straight into the A side, jumps on the bin, gonna get shut down from a grenade though. Same with Kozj, and a car bomb to stop Stubbsy. Team kill actually. See, I actually got it right there. As Chubi is gonna get a kill in that main statue area. Mosley gonna halt his streak though, as he is gonna be dropped. Well, he missing a shot there on an AK. Not sure who that was. Probably Froz. Yeah, it was. Mama with that SMG onto Roars, making it a 2v2. Mama and Froz, former TCM buddies, former H2K buddies, if you want to say, as Froz is going to get the grenade onto Welly, leaving Mosley remaining, as he will get dropped from Froz. Froz can do it all on his own, doesn't need any help, and he will make it an 8-2 for Lowland Lions, and I really don't see Redlink coming back from this. Lowland Lions are just in the zone right now.
Yeah, those kind of situations where Froz and Mum are remaining, as you said before, Enzi, they've been together for so long, they have that kind of mutual understanding of what the other one's going to be covering. They just play together time and time again, been through so many circumstances, so many situations, they just know each other like the back of their hands. And at the moment, looking very strong for Lone Lions. 8-2 ahead. Overall, that will be 20-14 ahead. And remember, it will be first to 25 takes home this matchup as Welly shuts down CosJ for the first round. The first frag of the round, I should say. And now D's trying to open up. He misses an absolute flurry of bullets. Deary me, D. Should have had that frag every day of the week. And instead, he gets embarrassed by Tubi's AK. And it has now gone back to a 3 versus 3. Had a real sniff at winning this round, and they are throwing it away as Tubi picks up another 2 frags onto Mosley and Welly on the bomb site itself. Bomb is down on A. And now Roars in a 1v3 as Mumma picks him up. 9-2 the scoreline. Can't help but feel that round was there for the taking for Redlink, and they threw it away.
4 more rounds for Lowland Lions, and they've got this in the bag. They've got the win of this ClanBase Eurocup live on Chaos TV. As I am taking away with Welly, aggressive rush into Cap. Gonna miss the shot onto Froz, who is most likely on them bins. So Mummer and Tubi both get a kill to their name. Ono gonna add to that tally as Stubbsy's gonna fall down. Down underground as Froz is gonna add to that as well. Tubi now down. But is that gonna be enough? 1v4 situation, possible 1v5. He is in Calf, he's getting wall banged from every single angle. And Froz is the guy to finish it all off. And at half time your score stands at 10-2. LLL. Oh wow.
Yep, 10-2 strike. Overall, the scoreline is 22-14 to Lowland Lions. Looking strong. Only need 3 more rounds. It's basically the best of 1, of course, because the first map was a complete draw at 12-12. On Backlot, if you have just joined us. This is the Eurocup matchup, a group match between Redlink and Lowland Lions. And first map, Enzi, very close. This map, anything but close.
Indeed.
Gonna follow on to. Let's have a look. Mr. Daffy Duck Tubi, as he is on the hotel wall, peering across to A bins with the AK, has heavily tagged up Stubbsy. Just did catch a glimpse of Stubbsy peeking around that corner, nearly converted it into a nice frag there. Now I'm going to push into Calf. Mama has opened up onto a Welly. D shuts down CosJ. Tubi seems to be lagging so much. Did get the frag onto Stubbsy, but there was Mosley from Calf. And I can't help but feel that massive lag spike he got as he pushed through Calf really did end his days on this round. And either way, the first round of the second half, I should say, is a 2 versus 2 situation. It has came down to here. We've got Roars and D, the AK duo for Redlink against Ono and Froz. Ono's going for that plant. The plant is now down. Froz is just sitting in deep. Very disciplined approach here in Calf. He's going to watch the cross. Ono, in the meantime, is just walking around with his deagle. Froz is starting to open up on fire in the form of D. Heavily tags him up. D had to retreat here. Roars will take down Ono. There is an absolute possibility here that Redlink could pull this off. Froz in the 1v2 is peeking around the corner. Heavily tags up Roars. D's going to go for that defuse, or is he? He's actually going to get the smoke bang onto Froz, who had to move because he was assuming D would have gone for that defuse as Roars watched the Calf exit. And that was well played by the AK duo of Redlink. 10-3 the scoreline. Still a very high mountain to climb here.
Dear comeback, Vince?
Short answer, no. Long answer, it would take something ridiculously special for them to do it.
Seen it happen, though.
Enzi, they're 22-15 behind. So they have a long way to go here.
Do that. Anything's possible, though, bro. There's that. Well, he is going to get the opening kill onto Mama. Roger in the B shops. Tubi with the grenade to finish off Mosley. Oh no. He's a glimpse of a player in the B site, and that is the opposing scope. He's going to look for the no scope. Going to go for the scope. Going to miss every single bullet. He's going to get that one bullet remaining. Kill him. No, he will not. Stubbsy will finish off Tubi. D coming into action against Froz. Oh no, finally going to get the kill onto Welly. Roars are going to come in as well. CosJ now down. Ono remains 1v3. Narrowly missing that shot. Pixel between it. Going to throw the smoke out to try and clear his path towards the B site, looking for that bounce. Is going to hit it. Doesn't see anybody. Isn't going to hit anything. As D will finish him off, and that will be 10-4.
Maybe the comeback train is in motion. It's just starting to take away from the station. But they're going to have to go a bit faster if they want to start catching Lowland Lines up. Welly with an absolutely ridiculously... I can't even speak. That was ridiculous. Through smoke, 2 shots there onto Ono and Kozjay. Both of them were smoke bangs. And Kozjay just puts up a smiley face. Because there's not much you can do against that kind of scoping. Absolutely insane. Off Stevie jump there. Either way, Mama has also been silenced here. Frost back onto Stubbsy. And Redlink looking for their 3rd consecutive round here. And you know, they've started off very confidently on this defense side. So perhaps, Enzi, just perhaps we are in for something special. Kozjay and Tubi, in fact it's Froz. Kozjay and Froz remain. Tubi and Froz, sorry. I love this overlay. It's awesome. And Froz, I didn't even see that player on statue, but he will pick up the frag onto D, who was on statue, shot through the corpse of one of his teammates to get that frag onto D, then spun round and takes down Roars. Wowzers. And he has put this back to a 2 versus 2 now. Tubi on Garage. Takes down Mosley. Froz is going for the final frag onto Welly. And can we be seeing another 4v2 clutch from the masters of the Triple L threat? Welly tries the quick scope onto Froz. Does get the wallbang onto Tubi. Absolutely brilliant action here from both teams. Needs to be careful here, Froz, because Welly is a beast with that scope. And he's going to have to go and plant on the bomb. And actually, he's failed the plant. He tried to fake the plant at 4 seconds to go, and he's going to time himself out. Well, he somehow picks up this 1v2 clutch. That was just back-to-back action. For a second, I thought it was a 2v4 clutch for Lowland Lines, and then Welly just picks up the 2v1 clutch of his own.
This Welly, man. He's insane.
Can you explain what just happened, dude? Because I'm speechless.
I don't know what happened either, Vince. I'm as speechless as you. What the hell, man? You could call it lucky. It mainly is lucky, but he's been playing insane. What a shot onto Ono as well. Gonna try and follow it up. Not gonna happen. As Kozjay is gonna finish Stubbsy off with the grenade. Raw's gonna come and get a kill of his own. Kozjay again onto Mosley. As well, he sees the glimpse of the smoke drop into the A site. Gonna make his way and progress his way. The Garage. As the nade is going to stop Tubi from that plant, and that's going to leave Kozjay. Well, no it isn't, because he's kind of dead now. But he was there for a split second. But it wasn't to be. 10-6 is your scoreline. And that's 4 rounds on the bounce for Redlink. Redlink, come back.
It's definitely there, isn't it? I mean, it's 22-18 now, if math serves me correctly. So they have definitely bridged that gap, but they're still 4 rounds behind. Let's be honest. Lowland Lines still need 3 to win this. So it's still going to be difficult, but they've definitely brought themselves back into contention for this matchup. Mama has to be careful. I was about to say he's about to get rushed from an SMG, but Kozjay was there. Gives up Mama the high 5. And now Mama has heard a player on the bins. In fact, he's heard 2 players on bins, both pushing back. As D is going to try some smoke bangs of his own. Bomb's gone down from Kozjay. All Lowland Lines have to do now is camp in deep, play disciplined, and the round should fall into their hands. Mama's camping. Kozjay's on taps. And Froz is underlook. Welly now going through into Calf. Froz did hear that push. What's Froz going to do about it? The answer is come through front A. Mama will take down Welly. D now in a 1v3 situation. Heavily tags up Mama, does finish him off, but there's Kozjay with an AK of his own. Great play from Lowland Lines. Disciplined, didn't want to peek too much, and they pick up that round. Just 2 more rounds needed to take this match home.
The stop sign has been shoved in Redlink's face, and their comeback has been temporarily halted. Let's see if they can get this round. I'm going to spec Welly again. I didn't see that, but I'm looking at smoke at the moment, and I think he just got another smoke shot. And Kozjay with just a bunch of question marks. He just got another smoke shot. Has this guy even got smoke?
He doesn't seem to miss, Enzi. You know, I've seen him time and time again make these kinds of shots that you may only see one time in a match, and he's pulled off 5 or 6 already.
Yikes. Anyway, and following on to Willie, gonna get the— What the hell was that?
I didn't see anything. What happened?
Alright, I'm back. I saw the giant moth.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a frag. I was like, something ridiculous just happened, but you saw a moth.
Sorry, but there was this huge moth in my— I swear I just saw a moth or something. But yeah, apologies for that, but it looks like Triple L have just got 4 kills on the board, leaving Raws remain, and Raws will go down. Wow, I'm not gonna live without that again. Wow, what the—
Oh, okay. Apparently, Welly is Robez.
Oh god.
It's his new nickname. I've just been informed on chat. Don't know how accurate that is. As he is trying once again the smoke bangs. Did actually see the outline of a player, so that would have been a legit shot had he pulled it off. He did just take down Mama. So another player pushing into A. As Dean Stubbs also pick up one. CosJ straight back onto Stubbs before being shut down himself from Raws. 4 versus 1 here. Ono, last remaining player with that scope in CAF. Misses the frag onto Statue. There is one coming from the back. Getting wall banged as well, and will be taken down from D. But Redlink need to save these next 5 rounds.
You think it's possible, Vince?
It's possible, it's just improbable. I don't see them pulling this off. As good as they are, they've already kind of made a mini comeback. But, you know, Lowland Lions just need to get lucky, even lucky for 1 round, and they win this matchup. Even if they land 3 grenade kills, they win. So, it's unlikely.
Unlikely, but can be done. So 2 kills coming from the Redlink side. Retaliation frag from Mama. Raw's going to come in as well. Onto Froz, 2v3. How it's going to plan out for the time being. Slow play. Osley is going to shut down Mama. Chubi got all to do to win this round and win the game, but it isn't going to happen. And Redlink are going to get yet another round on the board.
Predictably enough, the chat started lolling and such at your shout, Enzi, at the moth.
Oh, whatever, man.
You sounded so excited. I honestly thought it was a sick shot. You sounded excited, not scared. Oh my god. Welly again threw smoke on 2 players, Mama and Chubi. And CosJ and Ono have replied in the best possible way with 2 frags of their own. Welly tried the quick shot onto Ono, not going to happen though, because CosJ with that deagle is going to smite them down. And now Redlink have to pull off a 2v3 clutch if they want to stay in this matchup. It's going to be tense, it's going to be close this one. The top of spawn building. His teammate Stubbsy on B. A is by and large clear here. But Lowland Lines still just kind of nervously peeking around Garage, peeking around front 8. Ono in CAF. Checking every nook and cranny. Wants to make sure he flushes out the opposition as D will open up onto Froz. 2 versus 2 now. D gave his position away, however, in top of spawn building. Smoke is down but doesn't cover the entire cross. But D is going to go straight for that grenade. The bomb is already down low from Ono. Looking good for Lowland Lions, just need to carry this one up. CosJ looking, double palms, opens up, does get the frag onto D. Stubbsy has a 1v2 to pull off here. 1 player to his left on the statue, the other is around the A-bin area. And he is going to spot a glimpse right now of a player, but he misses every single bullet, and Ono picks up the frag. Oh my god, what a horrible way to finish this matchup. Either way, the scoreline will be 25 to Lowland Lions, 20 to Redlink. GG, guys.
Great game indeed. It looked for a second that maybe Redlink could have got the game back in their hand, but it wasn't to be. Anyway, everyone that stuck with us through all the games, thank you for coming and joining us. And I think that's all for tonight. No, we should be back. I don't know when we'll be back, but we'll be back sometime this week. Thanks, Matters, for joining me.